welcome to City Focus. I'm Diane Gonzalez. The Doorways to Hope project is underway here in Lincoln. It's a public art project created by the Hildegard Center for the Arts and Lincoln-Lancaster County Habitat for Humanity. Now, you may have seen some of the artistic doors around town, and here to tell us about the project and the big public event coming up October 5th are Kim Einspar from the Hildegard Center for the Arts and Michelle Williamson from Habitat for Humanity. Thank you both very much for being with us today. And we're going to start out by having you both tell us a little bit about your organizations. Kim, we'll start with you and tell us about Hildegard, which is still fairly new in Lincoln.
We are. We launched ourselves in Lincoln in 2010. We are a nonprofit arts organization, and our mission is to unite people of all beliefs and cultures and traditions through the arts. We are currently without walls. So we do a lot of collaborating and partnering, hence the Doorways to Hope project.
And most people are familiar with Habitat for Humanity. Tell us about the local chapter here.
Well, Lincoln-Lancaster County Habitat for Humanity was founded in 1988. And we, since then, have built 135 homes,
wow,
housing more than 600 men, women, and children. We build houses in partnership with low-income families in need here in Lancaster County, throughout the whole county.
Well, tell us how you two came together to create Doorways to Hope.
Well,
through a friend, actually. Yes, a mutual friend brought us together.
Mm-hmm.
She said, Hildegard Center for the Arts is looking for a project. Habitat for Humanity needs a project. Let's get you two together.
So. And how does this collaboration work?
Well, it began actually last year when we reached out to the community with this public art project, and we were calling artists to create works of art using doors in some way. The caveat to the project was artists had to also enlist a community group to help them create their art. That was very, very important to to both organizations. Yes. Hildegard currently has a new initiative. We put together like an umbrella initiative that helps us with our programs and outreach about every 18 months. And so our new initiative is Art in Non-Traditional Spaces, where we're trying to bring original art opportunities to those non-traditional audiences like children, the elderly, patients, and the homeless. And so we decided that, we just got busy together and came up with this project that was, going to help the homeless. So it fell beautifully under that umbrella. So we did. We called artists, and they collaborated with, they submitted ideas, and the jury was actually held in January at the new Keishel Fine Art Gallery, and we had a formal group of judges, and the ideas, the maquettes, and the community groups that they were that they wanted to collaborate with were all judged, and 19 artists were chosen, and 20 doors were created ultimately, and those doors have been out in the community now since Memorial Day. Through next week. And the doors will then be collected and taken to the Nebraska Tennis Center out at the Abbott Sports Complex, where they will be auctioned. The hope of the project is to help raise funds to build a new Habitat for Humanity home called an Art House Build, because we're using an arts initiative to help do that, and then to also start an endowment for Hildegard Center for the Arts, because we are a young arts organization and we don't have walls. We're kind of this virtual art center doing, I think, pretty cool things in the community.
Absolutely, yes.
But we'd like to have walls. We'd like to have a home of our own someday, and so we thought an endowment would be the best way, the smartest way to do that. So really, the project, this public art project, is about really connecting artists with the community and allowing those community groups to give back through the arts in a meaningful way. So everybody's winning.
Now, the Doors theme obviously fits in well with the mission of your organization.
Absolutely. Nothing evokes the sense of home ownership more than the door, or an open door. And so I think that Doorways to Hope was just a natural theme that came about from the meetings that we first initially had on working with artists and what can artists bring to Habitat for Humanity and Hildegard and for themselves in the community. And so, yes, the doorway theme just seemed to just be the natural theme.
Now, the doors, as you mentioned, have been up around the community. Some of the locations include 4 of our public libraries, the Downtown Senior Center. You can go online and see all the doors at doorwaysproject.org. You can vote on your favorite. Tell us what some of the reaction has been.
Well, the artists have had the biggest reaction. I think if you speak to any of the artists that had to work with the community groups, they will tell you that they're not used to working with community groups, and so there was a lot of learning and a lot of progressing in their field. And wouldn't you say the community groups helped them see a little differently in their in the way they do their art?
Right. And you can go to our website, doorwaysproject.org, and there's a place, an artist blog, where you can click. And on there, we've included all kinds of photos and commentary and so forth from the artists and the community groups. And it becomes very apparent that this is much more than just a fundraising project. It was really about touching lives through art and getting everybody involved. Those non-traditional audiences like children and senior citizens and communities, with autism. We have military wives and neighborhoods and people from our community that ordinarily wouldn't participate in a public art project, but this was an opportunity and it's changed their lives.
There has also been a 20th door created by...
A 21st.
Was it 21st door created by Thurman Statham. He's a glass artist from Omaha.
Yes.
That's at display at Wells Fargo at 13th and O. Tell us that we're going to have some pictures of that as well to show people. Tell us about that beautiful glass house.
Well, yeah, I will. I'm going to step back because, we, during our artist call last year in October, we were also in search of a signature artist for the project. Somebody that would add some gravitas to what it was we were doing, someone who really understood the synergy of the project and found, I really appreciated connecting artists with the community, really understood that was important. And we began looking, and we wanted someone from the Midwest, if possible, even Nebraska, a celebrated artist, and who got it. And Thurman Statham was our man, and he agreed. And he has a studio in Omaha, but he has work all over the world, and he's a celebrated glass studio artist. And so we went up to his wonderful studio in Omaha, which is like, gosh, you walk in and it's just, you've stepped into a different world of just the most amazing glass. And so he agreed to work with our artists, and several of them went up to the studio and had a day with him, and he's provided inspiration, which again we're very grateful for, and it was very important because for some of the artists this was their first public art project. And public art projects take on a life of their own, and there's a lot of learning. So for him to do that, it was huge. And then he agreed to create a 21st door for the project, and we had no idea what that was going to look like. And it was unveiled at a First Friday event at the beginning of the month, September 5th, at Wells Fargo. We needed a large space for this, which it's a 12-foot glass portal. The title of it is Puerta a la Esperanza, which in Spanish means doorway to hope. And it has exceeded all expectation.
And he's got 4 other smaller pieces as well.
He does.
That kind of are cohesive to the portal as well, and so they have expression all their own. And
they do.
So,
and they're going to be auctioned. Thurman's work is going to be auctioned live at the October 5 event at 3 p.m. The doors are all going to be silent auctioned, but his work will be auctioned live at 3 p.m. And as people have gone down to Wells Fargo to take a look at the art, it became apparent that, and we had business leaders say, you know, this art really needs to be offered beyond just Lincoln or even Nebraska. It needs to be out there for everybody to see, art patrons, supporters, glass collectors, you name it. So we did our homework, and the art has been posted on Proxibid online. That began Monday, and it will continue. So people all over the world can begin bidding on his art, and that online bidding process will continue through the live portion of the event next Sunday. And so people who attend and want to bid live will be bidding against the online bids. So it's going to make it really very exciting. But then again, it exposes his art to anybody in the world who might be interested in what he does. And normally, you know, Thurman's art, it's commissioned. People don't always get an opportunity to purchase a piece of his art. So that is what makes this very special.
Well, in addition to the auction, there are a lot of fun things coming up. Again, this big special event, 2 to 5 p.m.
Yes.
Sunday, October 5th at the Nebraska Tennis Center at the Abbott Sports Complex. Tell us what all is involved in the afternoon.
Well, there's going to be entertainment, live entertainment from the band Toasted Ponies. There'll be some jugglers there for entertainment for the kids. I hear that they will be juggling a door as well. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But there's some raffles. There's some fun snacks and some refreshments, and
There'll be an opportunity for people to sort of participate in the art as well.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely, in two different ways. One is a smaller way, and that is Habitat for Humanity will have studs, wall studs that go into a home, and we'll ask if they wish they can adopt a stud, then write on it, draw on it, post blessings on that stud. Those studs will then go into the art house build. So those blessings and those pictures will be forever enshrined in that art house build for that homeowner to have forever and ever. And the second is a mural door project. And Kim, tell us about that a little more.
Oh, well, sure. Artist Ann Williams, she is one of our board of directors for Hildegard, and she actually did a project similar to this a couple years ago in New Orleans. And so she brought this project to us, and we thought, you know, I mean, this is a non-traditional event in a non-traditional space. I mean, it's in the bubble of the tennis center at the Abbott Sports Complex, which we absolutely love. So, you know, we wanted something interactive for even the guests to do. I mean, to have them creating art as well. So this mural, it's a collection of 8 large hinge doors that have been stenciled with. The mural is a big tree, so it's been stenciled, and the guests are going to be invited to paint a leaf on the tree. And actually, that's all started early. Over the last couple months, we've had stenciled leaves at the Lincoln Children's Museum. And so we have hundreds and hundreds of leaves that have already been placed on these murals to give everybody a good head start and to know what they're supposed to do. So we're going to have artists on hand that day. Kids, adults alike can paint their own leaf on the mural of doors. After the project, after the event, all of the doors are going to be unhinged. They're interior doors. They're going to be lacquered. We're going to put a doorknob on the door, and they're all going to be placed in future Habitat for Humanity homes. So again, giving everybody a chance at some original art and to give back in a meaningful way. So
What a great project.
Yes.
Thank you both very much for all your involvement in this. Again, we want to remind people it all comes together Sunday, October 5th, 2 to 5 p.m. at the Nebraska Tennis Center at the Abbott Sports Complex.
and it's free.
And it's free.
And everybody's invited.
Everybody's invited.
And the mayor will be there. Oh, I should say too that Mayor Chris Beitler, he has written a mayor's proclamation proclaiming October 5 Doorways to Hope Day. So he will be there in person to read it live, and we're really excited about that.
And you can find out more by looking up the website. Again, it's doorwaysproject.org. Have a couple other website addresses we want to share with you. Hildegard Center, if you want to find out more about that organization, it's hildegardcenter.org. And Lincoln Habitat for Humanity, you can find them at lincolnhabitat.org. Two great organizations coming together for a great event. Thank you both very much for being with me today.
Thanks for having
And thank
us.
you for joining us for City Focus.